Like he's got a cigarette in his hand. He's wearing a black suit. Does it? Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to tell. You can only see like half of his body, and there's no one else in the picture besides
yeah.
him.
He's just standing in a
Uh,
doorway.
he's just standing in a doorway.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely a man in black.
Mhm.
Also black and white photos. So
Exactly. But he doesn't look like any of the. He doesn't look like what some of the descriptions of. I don't know.
I don't know.
The second bit of evidence that says that the Men in Black exists is actually a video.
Ooh, okay.
It's a video. You go on YouTube.com and you look Men in Black, real or fake. You see these two men walk into this hotel. I believe this is in Niagara Falls, or the Canadian side. The story had gone. Let me see if I get the story right. The story had gone that one of the hotels, a person who works at this hotel at Niagara Falls, stated that they saw a UFO one night. I believe this is back in 2012, 2013.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
much
yeah,
more
this
recent.
is
Okay.
really recent, just a few years. They make sure I get this story right. They were walking. The guy say he's seen something. He unidentified flying object in the sky. He said that he reported it, and then the next day, or next day, a couple of days later, these two men they come into the hotel looking for this person who saw this UFO. The person wasn't there, and they proceed to ask a bunch of people where this person is and who his person what who this person is and where they live and a bunch of stuff. And he kind of creeped out a few people at the hotel. I mean, even do you have the video up, Ogul?
I don't. This is the Niagara
Yes, by
Falls, you
Niagara
said?
Falls. Just look up real Men in Black.
Let me take a look here.
Not the BuzzFeed. See if I can bring it up. But if you're online when you listen to this, you're able to. This video, you see them walking through this the front entrance, the lobby of this hotel, and they're walking through the lobby, and you clearly could tell this looks weird. These two guys look weird.
I see what you're talking about. Yeah, with top hats on and
they're just
everything.
walking through the door, and they look like really weird. Like even the person behind them.
I'm right.
What the hell was that?
That was me bringing up the video and trying to mute it at the same time. But yeah, I see it. All right, so they walk through the lobby of the
they
hotel.
walk through the lobby of the hotel. Like this is like they just captured this and them walking in and then walking out. There's no video of these men walking into the hotel or asking people questions, something like that. And some people believe that this is like some sort of publicity stunt or something for some sort of movie. They thought it was publicity stuff for Men in Black, even though there was no Men in Black film released. But supposedly this film. This tape had came out, and some people think it's some practical joke, because they're not sure which hotel this is in Niagara Falls that got this video, that took this video. But if it's real, it's really weird.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is it that weird? It's just two dudes walking through.
But they have no distinguishable features.
Yeah, but it's kind of a grainy.
I mean,
video.
yeah, it's a grainy silver video, but look at the size of these guys. Compare, especially
I know they are.
Compare it to the guy who's behind on the other side of the automatic doors, and even he gives a look at these guys like, what the hell? I mean, look at the size of these guys. Like two NBA players show up and they both wear black and they're both white. What the fuck?
They are quite tall, but the fact that like there's no other footage besides that, like there's footage of them walking through a lobby. Yeah,
that's the only thing. I'm not. It could be a real thing or could be fake. We don't know.
Yeah, it's not enough evidence there. But I believe there's one other thing you wanted to talk about with Dan Aykroyd, right? That's the one I'm really interested in.
Yeah. Supposedly Dan Aykroyd was visited by the Men in Black, supposedly.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yes, Dan Aykroyd from Ghostbusters, Blues Brothers, Pearl Harbor. He was supposedly visited by the Men in Black. Okay, here's a story according to Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd, a couple of years ago, he came forward about the story. He was taping a show on the paranormal, like this show, Ghosts, UFOs, ESP, cryptid, stuff like that, for the Sci-Fi Channel. And they had picked it up. They picked up the show, so he was filming all these things, and for the actual show, I think the pilot. So one day he steps out to take a phone call from Britney Spears.
Okay. Why is he getting phone calls from Britney Spears?
Britney Spears, from Dan Aykroyd's point of view, Dan Aykroyd had said that Britney Spears asked him to appear on Saturday Night Live, which she was hosting back in 2002.
Okay.
So when he steps outside, I think this is out in New York City, he noticed a black Ford was parked across the street. A tall man steps out of the Ford and starts staring him down. So Dan Aykroyd, taken aback by this, turns away for a moment. Then he turned back to find the man in the car had completely disappeared. Just gone off the face of the earth. They weren't there. So he finished his phone call and he returned to the studio, only to learn that his show had been canceled and he ordered to stop filming immediately.
That happened
same day, within a couple of minutes of each other. So people say that he might have been hallucinating or stuff, or the story's a little far-fetched, but Aykroyd said he knew what he saw. In many cases, there was some connection between these MiBs and his paranormal show. I mean,
do we know? Does Dan Aykroyd have a history of being untruthful about something?
I mean, he's an actor. I mean, shit, he could exaggerate the truth. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just never, the story is a little fishy to me because, okay, you have this show that was going to be distributed by the Sci-Fi Network. It was on Paranormal, and paranormal encounters, UFOs, stuff like that. They immediately cancel it and tell him that, no, you need to stop filming the show. That's a little weird, unless they like run out of because usually shows like this is produced and the money up front is by a different company. So like a company is working with the network. So say if this company was like, hey, this company, me and you own it, and we have this deal with, say, Discovery Network to produce this show, but we're fronting the money for this show. And all of a sudden, like Discovery goes, we don't want to, even though we haven't finished filming or showing them anything, stop filming. We're not going to pick up the show. We're going to a different direction. Thanks a lot. Me and you are still investing money into the show. So we're going to finish this show and we're going to take it someplace else and see if they're going to pick it up. So unless even Sci-Fi Channel was like paying the money up front, you're still going to finish the show. And it's like probably trying to work something out where you get another production company into it. Like say you have a reel of this and you take it to another production company. They might like, oh, we can get this in syndication or something. Let's go talk to the Sci-Fi Network and just pay them and give them money and just like, here, just give us the rights and all this stuff. We're going to take it to a different network. We believe we can take it to a different network or put it in syndication. So for them to just say, just stop taping and that's it and shut everything down is a little weird to me.
And they never give them a reason, even to this day, it sounds like, as to
they just shut it down. He thinks it because some the men in black were asking questions, or he was asking questions that people didn't want answered, like blah blah blah, and it's like, okay, you can believe that, or you're exaggerating the story, or I really don't believe Britney Spears called you now. No, he did. Yeah.
I don't know. What would be his incentive to make up this exaggerated lie about Men in Black showing up and shutting down the production?
I don't know. I don't know, but sure.
I mean, just by the status of his him being a public figure and coming out and saying this, I'm sort of leaning to believe him, or at least believe his account of it. Doesn't mean that's actually what happened. But I believe that he thinks that's what happened.
It could have. I tend to lean on might have been coincidence. Even if he claims he saw someone staring at him, okay, but your show gets shut down. It's a little weird that it would happen. At least they would allow you to finish the show and shop it around to another company, another network, or put it in syndication or whatever. For them just to tell you to stop is a little weird. But I mean, just because one happens doesn't mean it's associated with the other. I mean,
this is true. Yeah, this is true. There could have been a myriad of other reasons why the show got shut down. That's very true.
Shit happens. I mean, we just said that on this show plenty of times. Shit happens. It sucks that it does happen, but it does.
So we got some fairly, limited amount of details on all of these incidents, with not a ton of photographic evidence or video evidence, even though we looked at those two. I don't know. What do you make of all this?
There's probably some people got confused with someone from a government agency, probably the Air Force or CIA, asking questions about it, asking questions of people who claim they saw something or experienced something in terms of UFOs or UAEs, and might have